We're the real children of Israel, man. Israel's waking up, man. All praise to the Most High, man. We in the last days. We seeing prophecy coming to pass, man. And we out here in Oakland, man, just prophesying to the wind. A few sheep come, man. Esau cracking the whip. Brother had to show up, but hey, you better late than never. I love, man, laboring with the brothers, man, and magnifying the name of the Lord, man. So let me get Romans 13 and 11, man, because we know what time it is, man. We know we got to come out here week in and week out, man, to lay our brick, and as we do so, hey, the Lord is exposed. Let me get 2 Esdras 92.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. And that, knowing that time, that now it is high time.
That yesterday was high time.
That now it is high time.
That now it is high time. What is high time, man? It's that time. It's that time. It's time to wake up, man. It's time to come back to the Lord. Hey, brother, you believe in the Bible? Hey, brother, them headphones ain't that loud, man. I heard you just talk to the brother, man. So our people are asleep, man.
That's right.
This, but now it is high time
to awake out of sleep.
To awake out of sleep, man. The Lord said he put out a spirit of deep sleep upon a nation, man, because we disobeyed the Lord, man. But now it is high time to awake out of sleep, man. Because the book has been shut, the prophecies are coming to pass, the Lord is moving in the last days, man, and we're waking up and we're standing boldly for the Lord, man.
This is the book of 2 Esdras, chapter 9 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
Then shalt thou understand.
Then what?
Then shalt thou understand.
We understand, man. Why? Because we keep thy precepts, man. The Lord increased the knowledge upon the men, the faithful men that keep the words and the works of the Lord, and he increased the knowledge, and now we understand, man. We know who we are. It's over. The jig is up. It's a wrap, man. We know we're God's chosen people, man. And we always felt special. We didn't know it. We was just out here just like, with our chest up, man. Jake got his chest up for no apparent reason, but just love to be proud. But now we understand.
That's right.
Then shalt thou understand that it is the very time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
And the Lord is moving, man.
That's right.
Now it is time when the Most High God, Yahweh, is moving upon the face of the earth, man. And now these other nations is looking at us like, hey, and they got fringes on. I ain't never seen people be afraid of a garment, man. People afraid of the fringes, man. Hey, brother, you start putting some fringes on, you put the fear of the Lord in these other nations.
That's right.
Hey, brother with the cookies. Hey, come on at me real quick, bro. I see you over there listening, man. Come talk to us. Oh yeah. All right, so like it. Hey, next thing you gotta do is put your fringes on. Right. Let me get Titus 1:16. All right.
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
Right, and there's uproars of people in the world right now. Israel is waking up, professing themselves to be the real, true Jews of the Bible, and the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right? So we know these things because we keep thy precepts, right? Titus. Yeah.
Then shalt thou understand that the Most High spake of those things from the beginning.
That the Lord did what?
That the Lord spake of those things from the beginning.
Hey, man, nothing new on the face of the earth, man. Nothing new under the sun. This is the same thing that happened in Egypt. Same thing that happened in Babylon, man. The same thing that is happening in modern day Babylon. The Israelites are waking up. And the Lord put a spirit of fear upon the face of the earth. If you're an Israelite and you're keeping the commandments, you're going to have rulership over this earth.
That's right.
Hey, sister, do you know you're the God's chosen people that the Bible speaks of? Hey, what's the God's chosen people name? See that? Sister, hey, one minute. Let me get 1 minute. Let me show you something. Do you read the Bible? You believe in the Bible? Hey, sister, you believe in the Bible? You said lately? All right, all praises. That's because the Lord is waking his people up, like the Bible just said, right? Brother, you believe in the Bible? Right, so you believe in the Lord? Right, so you know God has the chosen people? Who are those people? What's Moses' nationality? Hey, you see that? But you know that was God's chosen people. Why? Because he dealt with the Lord personally. the Lord is dealing with him. He spoke to him. He delivered his commandments through Moses. All right? So Moses is an Israelite, brother. So Moses being an Israelite, that's God's chosen people. Right? But what the point, see, the sister just fled off, man. The wicked flee. But the Lord said this. Let's read Titus 1:16 real quick, and then I do want to get to that Deuteronomy. But this is the state of our people, right? The Lord has did this. He put our spirit in deep sleep amongst our people, the Lord's people, right? And he did, and this is the state that our people is in.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 1, verse 16. They profess that they know God.
But what?
They profess that they know God.
What are the blacks, natives, and Hispanics doing?
They profess that they know God.
See that? All our people, yeah, I know God. I love God. You see that? But we have no idea who God's chosen people is, how he moves, who he's dealing with. Who we are. What's your nationality? You see that? But what?
But in works, they deny him.
But in what?
But in works, they deny him.
Because the Lord has given out the spirit of the commandments, right? To keep the children of Israel to be above all people. But in works, we deny the Lord. We said, hey, to hell with them commandments. We gonna start acting like the Grecians, the Romans. And exactly what we did, that's the state of our people. We reject the Lord and his words that put us above all people. Now, I'm gonna put it to you like this. This is the movie. We're living in the Most High's movie. This is the script. We're the actors. We're reading out our roles literally in the Bible. You are in the Bible. This is exactly your people. You are in this Bible. Right? And we never heard this because they don't teach this in church. But that's the Lord putting that spirit of deep sleep. He made our seers see now. He made the people that were leading us, he made them lead us astray. But why did he do that? Why is it God's chosen people, the Lord put the spirit on other people to lead his people astray? Is that confusing you, brother? Do you follow what I'm saying? Why? So I'm asking, why is God's chosen people, a special people, being led astray with the spirit? All right, let's just read Deuteronomy 28, and actually, I want to get Isaiah 29 too. Start at verse 9, and then you get that? Yep. Oh, already? I'll bet.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 9. Stay yourselves and wonder, cry, yet out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine.
Right? See, this is what we do. We're staying and crying and staying and wondering, and we're crying out like, what's going on? Why are we God's chosen people? We obviously feel better. We're the best at music, singing, damn sports, cooking, damn fastest. Like we're the strong. So how do we get overtaken? Why do we not know who we are? This is what the Lord is saying. Stay in yourselves and wonder and cry. Right?
They stagger, but not with strong drink.
They stagger, meaning you're kind of drunk. You don't know what's going on. You're incoherent, but not with drink. Like your spirit, your mind, you're all over the place. You don't know what's going on.
For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep,
right?
And have chosen your and have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers, the seers, have you covered.
Right? The prophets and the seers have they covered. The Lord covered the people that were guiding us. So now, you ever heard the term "the blind lead the blind"? Yeah. See that? So that's the state that we was in. But now we're in the last day, as prophecy says, that we're uncovering that veil.
That's right.
And we're walking towards the light, which is who the world will call Jesus Christ. But his name in the page of the Hebrew is Yahushua. We're following his light, his way. Right? Because that's the way to the kingdom of heaven. That's the only way out of this estate. Of not knowing what's going on. And just calling yourself a color. Two landmasters. That's the way out. Right? But let's get Deuteronomy 28 and let's get to the basics, right?
Wake him up.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Bring it out.
Verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently.
So this Bible, right, we read out of the King James Version, but it's written in Old English. So I'm gonna break it down for you through the Spirit. It says, it shall come to pass, meaning it will happen, if thou shalt hearken diligently. Now if you listen close, So it's going to happen if you listen close, right? Now, we already talked about Moses, right? Moses was an Israelite. So the Lord is telling Moses to speak to his people, right? The children of Israel, right? And he said, if you will listen closely to what?
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Right.
to observe and to do all his commandments,
Because that's what the voice told Moses, right? To tell the children of Israel to do all the commandments, right?
which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
And that's the natural estate of the Israelite man, woman, and child, is to be above all nations upon the face of the earth, right? That's what the Lord chose. Let's get out Deuteronomy 7 and 7 and 7. 7 and 6, and then read 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you something real quick, because this is what the Lord said about His people, the chosen people, the Israelites, right? Now let's read 1 and 1 and then get that. I'm gonna just prove everything, right? I don't want to just be out here saying stuff and then you just say, okay. You want to be able to read and prove all things, right? So you can hold that and then I'm gonna prove it.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1.
Go.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side Jordan in the wilderness.
Right. So after they escaped Egypt, right? These are the words that Moses spake unto all who?
Israel.
All who? That's right. That's
right.
right. So now you understand these are the words that Moses spake unto all Israel. What are the words that Moses spake unto all Israel? These are one of the things that the Lord told Moses to speak to all Israel.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art a holy people.
Oh, y'all know.
For thou art a holy people.
Everybody the same.
For thou art a holy people.
We are the world.
For thou art a holy people.
You know what holy means? Separate, special, set apart, right? Well, thou art a holy people, right? So we say God is holy, right? That means He's set apart. He's the Most High. He's up there. He's not no money. You can make money of God, but God is not money. He's holy. He's above money, right? So Israel is above these other nations. You are above these people.
Right.
Don't you know you can beat them in anything? You know that? You feel like you can beat them in anything, huh? Exactly. That's the spirit that the Lord put in us. Because He said, what again?
For thou art a holy people.
That's because that's inherently in us already. We're just breaking you up, brother. You already had this in your spirit. You already know, like you said, I didn't even have to bring it out that you was Israelite. You were just, I can do all things. I can do everything better than these three Chinese men. Me, one Israelite, can beat all three of these Chinese men at one time doing anything. The Lord put that spirit in you, right? Because you're a holy people, right? You're special, brother, right?
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto Himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Right? And they never read that in church. They just, God did away with the Israelites. They lied to us in church. We just read that the Lord put the spirit, He covered the seer's eyes. So they just lied. They was wicked in the church. They made us they said whatever felt good, right? But this is the truth. The Lord put us separate amongst the nations. He separated the nations. And Israel is at the top. We're the best. We don't even have to try. We just the best. Did you have to, do anybody have to try to be who they are? They just are, right? That's because the Lord made them that way. So, them Chinese people didn't try to be Chinese. You didn't try to be Israelite, right? Hey, brother. See, our people stumble, but not with drink, right? So let's figure out, why did the Lord choose Israel? Is it because we was the best already, and then He said, oh damn, they the best. I gotta make them the best. Did He do that? Is that the reason why that we're Israelites? Well, we'll read it, brother. We'll show you. Watch.
The Lord did not set His love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people. For ye were the fewest of all the people.
So on the contrary, we wasn't even the most people out here. We was the fewest amongst all people. But the Lord still chose His love and set it amongst us. Why did He do that?
Because the Lord loved you.
Because what?
Because the Lord loved you.
The Lord loves you, brother. That's why He sent His only begotten Son to give you a chance to repent. Does it all make sense now? Jesus didn't come to save the world. He came for the Israelites only. Let's read it. It's in the Bible. Let's read Matthew 1 and 21. Right? We're going to get to the bottom of this, brother, because it's right here in the Bible, but we already read that the Lord put out a spirit of deep sleep amongst our people. Right? So right now is high time that we're waking up. Knowledge is being increased, and we're just professing the words of the Lord. Right? Matthew.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 1, verse 21.
Bring it out.
And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus. For he shall save his people.
The world,
His people.
Israel is the Lord's people. That's the Lord's portion.
Teach out.
Right?
From their sins.
From their sins. And when you get to the, I don't want to get too meaty, but when you get into it, the Israelites were the only ones given the commandments in the first place. So they're the only ones that can commit a sin or an iniquity. Sin is a transgression of the law. When you read this Bible in entirety, it makes sense. But you have to have one teach you again. Right? You can't just believe what they taught you in the church. The Bible condemns the pastors. In churches, it condemns the church made with hands, those buildings, Catholic buildings, religious buildings, just put it like that. Synagogues, all the churches, the Bible condemns them. Did you know that? No, we didn't know none of this, brother. But this is what we're telling you is all of this is right here in the Bible. Right? We're not speaking our own words. We're speaking, thus saith the Lord. All right, brother. All right, brother. We're up here with the mic and the Bible open. We're up here with the Bible open. All right, let me get Acts 5 and 29. Let's show you what the Bible says. We're going to read it. Acts 5 and 29.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 29.
Bring it out.
Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
We got to listen to this brother on the bike.
We ought to obey God rather than men.
Brother, the Lord said we ought to obey God rather than men. So whatever anybody trying to kick to you, if bro, if it don't come out the Bible, it holds no weight. Literally, we tried it without the Bible for this long. Nobody got the answers. The Bible has the answers. The Bible connects the dot and let us know who we are, right? How to serve the Lord to get back to the state that we're supposed to be in. Brother, what's your nationality? What's your nationality?
What?
You said what?
Say what?
Your nationality.
What's that?
Your race. Yeah, you can put your mask so I can't hear you. Hispanic, right? So did you know that the Lord has a chosen people in the Bible? And those people will be you? But you can't find Hispanic in the Bible. You can't find black in the Bible.
Teach out.
So what's going on? Right? We have let's get Baruch Baruch 2 and 30. Let's start there. Right? Because we're in the land of our captivity. Right? You guys were brought up here captive, right? You're still in slavery, low key. I mean, we're all in slavery. We work, we go to work, we break our back for a man that owns a company, and we only get paid a percentage of what they own. What they earn, right? We don't get what we actually worth. Your life is worth more than damn $17 an hour, $30 an hour, $50. Your life is worth more than that. Look at you. Look at God's chosen people. You're God's chosen people. This don't even make sense. We're supposed to be getting like $1 million an hour if we're going to get a wage.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 2 and verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me.
Right, that spirit of deep sleep again, right? Our people are asleep, calling themselves Hispanic. Right? That means product of Spain. That's not even a national, it's a word. So we got to wake up. This is what we're doing, is waking our people up, reading the Bible.
Because it is a stiff-necked people.
So the Lord said his people are hard-headed. And we are, right? But then we humble down once we read these precepts and these prophecies, right? Because we can't argue this prophecy. The Bible said that his people are going to be slain in the streets, sold to another nation, given it to another people.
That's right.
And this is like the brother brought up. This is written over 4,000, 5,000 years ago. So how did that make sense? It's prophecy. So we believe in this because the Lord said it and it happened. Right? So we don't buck up against this anymore. Whether you're an Israelite, you got to repent and keep the commandments. Some of our people think that we're too cool to listen to the Bible. When this don't even make sense. Like you want to walk and continue on in darkness. Where are you going? Right?
But in the land of their captivities,
Which that's what we already know. We're in the land of our captivity.
That's right.
Right? Everybody's in this land held captive. Like I said, we work for a white man who owns a company that we get a percentage, right? And then we go get a wage, and we go cash that check. And who faces on the money? Who fights on the money? But who took us captive? So what the hell is going on? Where is our land? Where is our estate? How do we be oppressed for over 400 years? Free labor earned this country trillions of dollars, and we out here with nothing. I mean, we just struggling. What the hell going on? We working for the white man, right? You see that? It gets too hot. Our people can't accept the truth, but you standing here boldly, brother. And that's what we out here for. We out here for bold men that will stand firmly for the Lord, man. In these last days, the Lord is calling for men. He's not calling for no effeminate. Oh, I can't teach. He trying to. Hey, the Lord don't care about nobody's feelings. You see how many Egyptians he killed? You know about that. You already mentioned Moses. You know how many Egyptians he killed babies. He don't care. So you think we gonna be out here caring about anything except the Lord?
But in the land of their captivities shall they remember themselves.
That's what we doing, brother. You're reading the prophecies and you're remembering yourself, right?
And shall know that I am the Lord their God, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear.
And that's what happens. Your heart is understanding. Your ears are hearing now. You're seeing these prophecies in the Bible you never heard of. You never read. You like, this the hell? But it will behoove you to go back and listen and study these precepts, because it's going to build your faith up. And then now the Lord is going to be able to use you. Now you're going to be out here teaching and preaching.
That's right.
And waking up the nation and sealing the elect. And then as many people, you might be the last person that need to wake up. But once you put your fingers on, a damn nuke drop. What's your name, brother? Sean? Montreal. And we might wait for Montreal to slide the damn shirt around his head. As soon as you drop it down and then the tassel just dangle, and you hear it. And we witnessed that, and then we seen a damn trail in the sky. You know? But that's prophecy. This earth, America in particular is going to be burnt up with nuclear flames. All those nuclear bombs that are pointed at America are going to destroy America, because that's prophecy in the Bible, which is yet to come to pass. But everything else we read came to pass. So while we don't believe that that's going to happen, it's going to happen, right? But the elect have to be sealed first, meaning we have to wake up and stand boldly for the Lord, right? So let's get back to Deuteronomy 28 and 15, and then we're going to show you that the Lord is speaking to the Israelites. They're God's chosen people, but this is the contract that he entered in with the children of Israel, right? There was verse 1 we read, if you do listen, right, then you will be above all people. But there's a contract, like you ever signed for a loan or anything like a car or anything like that? You ever signed up for anything? All right, so what it is it's always a good and a bad. If you sign up for a loan, the lender will give you a loan, and then they say, okay, you pay it on time. These are the stipulations, right? There's stipulations for a contract. And if you follow the stipulations, your agreement will be in good standings. If you break that stipulation, if you break the contract, it's going to be a penalty, a punishment, right? So if you keep the said agreement, you'll be above all people, for lack of better words. This is what the Lord says, right? But let's read verse 15. This is the other side of it, right?
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass,
Meaning it will happen, right?
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
If you don't listen, right? So this is the other side of it. So if you do listen, you will be above all people. But if you don't listen,
to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
All these what?
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
I want to repeat that so you can hear it, brother. So the Lord said, if you don't listen to all the commandments that you were given by the Lord as an Israelite, that what? That all the what? All right, let's read it again. I want to make sure you get it, brother. If I'm moving too fast, let me know. I just want to make sure you get it. Right? So the Lord is saying in verse 15, let's read it from the top.
But it shall come to pass,
Meaning it will happen, right? It's a prophetic verse.
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
So it will happen if you don't listen to the voice of the Lord your God to do what?
to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So you were given statutes and commandments and laws, but it will happen if you. I mean, it will come to pass. Meaning, it will happen if you don't listen to these laws, statutes, and commandments. That what?
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
That all these curses will come upon thee and overtake thee. So, do you feel like as a people, our history? Can you say we've been blessed? Not really, right? Why? Because we went through this. Gator bait.
That's right.
We went through this. Sticky fingers. We went through this. Sold on auction blocks. This is our history. Shackles, slave ships. Right? That's why we haven't been blessed as a people, because this is our actual history. Well, let me tell you something, brother. Hey, that's in the Bible. Everything that's on that poster is in the Bible as a curse that's placed upon the Israelites. You see that? Now let's read verse 46 real quick.
Deuteronomy 28 and 46.
Bring it up.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So the Lord said, as a curse, the Israelites will have the curses on them as a sign. So if you see a sign, right, it says right there, what's that street sign say? So what does that tell you? If you're just walking down the street and you see that, what does that tell you? It tells you Coliseum Bar. It tells you what? Where you're at. It informs you, right? So these curses, when you read these will be able to inform you of who you are, where you're at, what's going on. It's an information. That's a sign. It's giving out you information, right? So these curses will be upon the Israelites for a sign and for a wonder. A wonder is something you think about like, damn, really? This is on the Israelites. So let's read two of the curses. Let's read verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
Right. Cursed shall thou be in the city. Who has been cursed in every city around the world historically? That's us. It's not only black people so-called, but it's Hispanics, Native Americans, all over the world.
That's right.
You said who? Natives, exactly. Exactly. That's because they was over here chilling. And then they got them overtaken.
That's right.
By a troop. They came up there, hey, quiet, docile. Hey guys, all is well. We got some tea and crumpets. Can you guys just give us a piece of your land? And God is saying, yeah, go ahead. Whatever you need, I got you. I'll show you how to bathe. I'll show you how to damn shave. You know, cut and trim it up, make it look nice. God opened arms. And what they do? Draw swords. Shed blood to overtake this land. Kill 1 million damn Native Americans. All that blood, 100 million. All that blood is what we standing on right now. But that's our ancestors. That's our history. Like we said, we are the same people. Black people, Native American people, Hispanics. We all the same people. And what God's chosen people called the Israelites. And that name in Hebrew means we have the power with God.
That's right.
He is our power. He is only ours. He didn't choose nobody else, right? So let's read, we said, cursed in the city, right? And what?
And cursed shall thy be in the field.
Again, historically, who has that history? are being cursed in the field. Free labor, slave labor. That's our people. But who's the Lord speaking to? Exactly.
That's right.
So the Lord speaking to Israelites, but that's our actual history, right? It's starting to connect the dots. You see that? Right? So let's read verse yeah, we can get, well, let's get verse 43 actually.
Verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Right? That's meaning another nation, a stranger that is within thee, around you, is going to get up above thee very high. Right?
And thou shalt come down very low.
Because the Israelites were supposed to be above all people. But that's the curse. If the roles are going to be reversed. Right? But the first shall be last and the last shall be first. So this is all a perfect movie that the Lord has just scripted, man. We're just living it out. See, the brother got a smile on his face like, yeah. And the answer is real, brother. It's real. This is the truth. Let me get John 8:32 real quick. This is the only thing that brings an actual damn heartfelt smile to our face, man. Knowing these scriptures. Like, damn. So hello, man.
This is the book of John, chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
That's what's freeing our mind, brother. That's what's loosening that yoke. And we breaking those chains now. We breaking generational curses. We waking up as a people. We know who we are. We know how to serve the Lord. So if the Lord put these curses on us because we didn't keep his commandments, what do you think we got to do? Exactly. You see that? You see how plain it is? She's keep the commandments, right? So you missed out on a big part of it, sis. Well, what's your nationality? All right, so that's the biggest part of it, right? Is we didn't know who he was because actually you guys weren't from here. You were just dwelling here. That's actually written in the Bible, right? But where did we come from? Where did you come from? Exactly, right? We don't know. We were just like, oh, well, that's far back as we could go, you know? But the Lord said that in the last days, we were going to wake up in the land of our captivity, right? So we're in the land of our captivity when we're waking up, right? So the Lord said that, you want to get that about, arsons? Oh, no, it's okay. Hey, sis. Oh, okay. Well, I'm about to say, man, she look, humble. Oh, yeah, her bag right here, she so, brother, you had a perfect and correct answer, right? If we did this to get cursed, how do we get blessed? It's by keeping the commandments, right? So let's get Joshua 1:8 and Deuteronomy 10:12. Yeah, Deuteronomy 10:12, and then we're gonna get some commandments for you, right? Because that's what we did first, is broke the commandments. So now we woke up, we said, okay, we're no longer black, African American, right? We know who we are. Next thing we gotta understand is, what are the commandments? How do we keep them, right?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, and verse 12. And now, Israel, what doeth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Because these are the requirements, right? Because you don't want to walk around cursed, right? You don't want that. You want to be blessed, right? So these are the requirements, right, for that contract, right? These are the requirements that you have to keep to be able to be blessed and maintain that blessing, right?
But to fear the Lord thy God.
And to fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, right? So when you fear the Lord, you're keeping the commandments.
To walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
All of that. And Christianity loves to say that. I love the Lord. Hey, I want to get you deep into it, man. I was talking to a couple of Jehovah's Witnesses this a couple of days ago, yesterday. Man, they were so damn mind-boggled, man. Just love the Lord. I'm like, well, how do you actually love somebody? It's an action, right? Well, keep the commandments. I'm like, okay, yeah, come on. And they like, no, that's just, you gotta just love them. I'm like, how you going back and forth? You don't understand what love is. But we just read what love is. You see that? I mean, just confusion. But brother, we just read what love is, right? Well, we're gonna read it right here, right? So it says to fear the Lord, to walk in all his ways, to love him, And that's by doing this one thing. I know it's a lot going on right now, brother, but don't understand everything is spiritual, right? So try to hone in. I know it's a lot over there, a lot behind you, right? But just stay focused in, right? Because this is our only job, is to wake our brothers up and our sisters, right? So this is what we're trying to tell you is, this is how you love the Lord, right?
To keep the commandments.
What?
To keep the commandments.
That's loving the Lord, baby. That's actually loving the Lord. So, if you got a wife, right? All right, you got a mom, right? So your mom say, "Okay, I love you," but then she just wailing on you every day, just beating you up. You got bruises. And she talking about, "Oh no, I love you." Dude, is that love? Exactly. So you have to do something to show love. You can't just say, "Love, I love you," but you beating it. What the hell? That's contradiction. No, show you, right? So how do you show the Lord that you love Him? By doing what? The commandments, exactly. It's so plain, brother. But this is what we were taught in Christianity: is, oh, the commandments are done away with. You don't gotta worry about that. Just love the Lord. And you be like, what the hell? Me personally, I left it. I left the church because it wasn't making no sense. And I'm like, I was making money in there, and I still left. I'm just like, it was just at the point I'm like, I can find another way to make money, you know? Because it was just like they're not teaching nobody nothing. They don't have no answers. How you love the Lord? And, well, you know, if somebody start out with something, well, you know, they don't know what's going on. Let me get 1 Peter 4:11. And oh yeah. Hold that, and I'm gonna get Isaiah 5:20. That's yours?
You just run the flyer.
Oh, okay. You got a. Hey, brother.
You got a flyer?
What's your nationality before you leave? Damn, let me get some commandments. See, I'll be talking too much. Brother.
Hey, Uncle.
Hey.
It's not for him to stay longer.
Hey, I'll pray. I mean, not, you know, not, I didn't want you to miss your brother. Yeah, I mean, everything is spiritual.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
right.
It was just rude how she, like, that was nice. That was her own. Yeah, we're going for sure. That's exactly. Drop everything. Let's get some commandments. We're going to drop everything. We're going to get some commandments, right? Because this is how you love the Lord. We just read it by keeping the commandments. So let's figure out what the commandments are. Let's get Exodus 20:2. And then you got the Leviticus.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 7. And the swine.
And what?
And the swine.
The swine is the pig, right? Again, this is in Old English, right? So the Lord said, with the swine,
Though he divided the hoof
you see the pig, you got the little hooves, right? You got a little hoof.
and be clothed and footed,
This hoof is like separated, right?
yet he cheweth not the cud.
That's all the attributes for a clean animal. It has to chew the cud. It has to part the hoof. It has to be clothed and footed and chew the cud. So the pig doesn't digest his food properly, right? So the Lord is commanding that his people do what?
He is unclean unto you.
You can eat the pig.
He is unclean unto you.
Can't eat pig, brother. Why? Because the Lord said so, ultimately. But he further gave you, he gave you more, he gave you health reasons.
That's right.
Right? He gave you scientific facts. It don't chew the cud. It don't digest his food. It keep the toxins inside of it. So whatever you're eating is what he ate, just broken down and not like seep through the skin. You know, like when you sweat, you know how you taste it's a little salty. Think if you never sweated. Pigs don't sweat. That just sits inside of them. That's why the pig is so salty. Yeah, it's nasty. Yeah, he like, damn, yeah. So, but that's what I'm saying. So, you say what? You all praises. But again, the Lord put it in your spirit. You know, I don't eat pork. Why? Because I don't want to. All right, buddy. You know, but hey, the Lord said further, don't do it. You know, so even if somebody presented to you or say, hey, try this new bacon cheeseburger. Don't do it, buddy. Why? Because it's a commandment. The Lord said that you are above all people. So don't be like all people. You can't eat pig. You're a prince, a king, a priest walking the earth. Right? You're not like them. Look, look how, just look at it. You see that? You're not like that, brother. You got that salt. The Lord said that we are the salt of the earth. You know what salt do to any kind of meat that you season it with? It adds flavor. It make it taste better, but it adds flavor. It's a natural enhancement. We're the natural enhancements of the earth, man. Think about an earth without an Israelite. Man. Just think about an earth full of that. Okay. It stink, man. Because they eat everything. I seen a Moabite. Hey. Go talk to your husband. How you gonna leave your husband and try to talk to this man? Confusion. Go ahead.
What's church?
What?
What's the church?
What's the churches?
Yeah.
It's not a church. Well, the church is the Israelite. The house of God.
Islam?
What?
Islam?
Take the. We don't know what you saying.
You say Islam, right?
Israel.
Israel?
Israel.
Oh, Israel.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And get ready for slavery. You gotta eat some more, man.
She said, all right.
You out here just thin. They going into slavery. Because the Lord said, it's many precepts. Isaiah 14, Galatians 6 and 7, blood has to be, it can only be repaid with blood. Right? So these curses, it's actually in Exodus 30, Deuteronomy 30. So like, it's all these things, it's prophecies, right? That they have to go into slavery. Why? Because we went into slavery. And they had us in slavery. All these, that's our history. It's just slavery. We're the same one out of Egypt. Since we left Egypt, we were in captivity. Our whole generations through. That's it. We're the ones that's always been oppressed by different people. Moabites, Ammonites, Egyptians, Syrians, Babylonians, Greeks, Romans. I mean, you can just go down the list. We've been held captive the majority of the time we've been on earth. But the earth is young, man. It's going to get reset, and then we're going to be here for eternity ruling with the Lord. That's right. So, not to get too far off topic, Salakia, we want to get to these commandments, right? So the Lord said, though he divided the hoof, right, because we're special, we're above our people, we don't eat the swine, right? So even though it was in your spirit not to eat it before, don't do it now because it's a commandment, right?
Verse 8, of their flesh, verse 9. Verse 9, these shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Verse 8, of their flesh shall ye not eat.
So we can't eat it.
And their carcass shall ye not touch.
You can't even touch it. Why? Because you're a prince, a king, a priest. You're God's chosen people.
That's right.
You're the only one. We're the only nation of people that's set apart like this. We can't even touch a pig though. We can't eat it, nor can we touch it. Why? Because it's unclean.
They are unclean unto you.
Right? And we're clean, we're holy. We're spotless. You know, we're supposed to be. But that's why we have to repent. Right? You have to repent, brother. Even though you may have not known, you touched a pack of bacon before in your life. So you gotta repent. Right? You've eaten a bacon strip in your life. So you gotta repent. Right? Alright, so you eat shellfish. All praises. But we're gonna read it anyway, because the Lord said it, and then we want you to hear from the Lord's mouth. Alright?
Verse 9, these shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
So anything coming out of the water has to have fins and scales. Right? So you can't eat any shellfish. It's gonna be an abomination. It's the filtration system for the water. They eat poop, brother. Shellfish eat poop. You ever seen a shrimp got that little black line in the back? Yeah, that's shit. Yeah. So that's what they're there for. They supposed to. You said what?
Only strip unless it's fried.
Unless it's fried. But still, the Lord said what?
They are verse 10. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers,
Which is a shrimp, a fried shrimp.
of all of that move in the waters, and any living thing which is in the waters.
And you know what? They eat the shrimp raw, man. That's for them. That's for them to eat. Right now, you know, in the kingdom of heaven, everybody gonna be, you know, following these commandments. But right now, they sit up here, they let them do that. They be having them mukbangs and all that nasty, crazy stuff. Yeah, man.
They shall be an abomination unto you.
I can eat it.
They shall be an abomination unto you.
It's fried hard.
They shall be even abomination unto you.
You know what abomination is? Disgrace. Exactly. They should be an abomination, a disgrace to you. You should look at that and be like, get that out of my face. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not even meant for you. That's not, first of all, it's not meant to be eaten because they clean the filter. Filter the water. That's why the water stinks. You ever notice the water starts stinking up? It smell like shit because it's actual shit in there. There's nothing to clean it. Right? So the Lord said not eat it. So you can't eat any shellfish, brother. No shrimp, no fried shrimp. You can't eat that. No lobsters, no crabs, no fried crabs. Don't eat any type of shellfish, brother. Because first you said, oh, I eat shellfish. Then you just said, I eat fried shrimp. Well, brother, that's your shellfish. Right? So just get into this thing because this is the reason. But like we said, we read in Titus. They profess to know me, but in their works they deny me. Right? So we say we love God, but how do we love God again? Exactly. So his commandment just said, don't eat it. So we gotta not eat it. Don't say, oh yeah, I only eat shellfish, but I eat fried shrimp. Brother, that's a shellfish. Right? So let's get Exodus 28.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
So remember the Sabbath day, brother. Today, hey buddy, Saturday is the Sabbath. Keep the Sabbath. All right, let's read this for the brother while he goes.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
The 7th day is a set apart day. The holy day, brother, is the Sabbath day. That's the 7th day. Look on the map.
In it thou shalt not do any work, thou nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy maidservant, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day.
And what?
And rested the 7th day.
No, it's just like any other day.
And rested the 7th day.
We rest on the 7th day, man. We rest on the Sabbath as commanded by the Lord. Hey, sister, you believe in the Bible? You believe in the Bible? All right, sister, you got to repent. Come out of that masculine spirit.
That's right.
The Lord not coming back for a damn woman who thinks she is a man. The Lord is going to laugh at your calamity if you think that you can be a man in the last days. You think the Lord is coming back and he care about them pants and that strong jawline? No. The Lord has said, hey, I made you a woman, be a woman.
Right.
If you're not a woman and if you're not chaste as a woman's supposed to be and sober, hey, whoa. Woe to him that calleth evil good and good evil. Right? I'm about to wrap it up. Let me get all praise for that brother, man. That was a mighty brother, man. He stood stiffly. Let me get Romans 15:4, and then Matthew 24 and 13. Right? Because we're reading this Bible, man, and we know that this is the last days that the Lord spoke about.
That's right.
And we're seeing these mighty men and these rich men speak up and profess themselves to be Jews, man.
That's right.
And now all type of questions are coming. Now we're having more foot traffic than ever, man. Why? Because the Lord did it.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4.
Bring it out.
For whatsoever thing were written before time.
And this is written before time. Hey, sister, you believe in the Bible? And that was written before time. The daughters of Zion are haughty, stiff-necked. She was literally walking like that. That's the thing that was professed, that was written before time, right?
Were written for our learning.
So we no longer get mad. We don't get mad because she walks past and she doesn't listen. Because the Lord said his people were stiff-necked, hard-headed, hard-hearted, right?
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures.
Of the what?
Of the scriptures.
So we read the scriptures and we have patience and comfort in what we read.
Might have hope.
Right? And we love the Lord for that, man, because he's gracious, man. Too much grace, man. I can't even, man, all praise, man.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 13.
Bring it up.
But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And the gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for the witness unto all nations. And they shall, it says, and then shall the end come.
And then what?
And then shall the end come.
Right? Destruction to America. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Calm yourself.
Calm yourself.
Calm yourself.
Calm yourself.
Calm yourself.
Calm yourself.